You are a little minx, aren't you?
They're hysterical. I don't think they're trying to be hysterical.
Viva Las Vegas!
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi, everybody. Hi, Crystal Crockett, Yolanda Riley. How are you, Miss Riley? That's my, you understand, my Irish brogue. Good morning to Miss Sarah. Nice to see you here, Sarah O'Donnell. O'Connell. I'm thinking Rosie O'Donnell when it's Sarah O'Connell. Boy, say that 15 times. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's installment, Wednesday, Hump Day, the 12th of August, 2020. You're in the middle of Bathrobe Moments land, and I'm glad you're here. Where's my bell? There it is. Boy, the week is flying by. We had relatives here last weekend, and before you know it, the weekend's over, and before you know it, you're in the work weekend. Here we are halfway through. So blessings, lots of light, love, and laughter to all of you all. We had tornado watch things here the day before yesterday. Had to go in the basement and all that. The sirens went off. I had to get Ethel and Lucy, our two kitties, down there. Did any of you experience any bad weather the last couple days? Crystal, you're in Chicago. How was it down there? They said it was moving down towards there really quickly. Anyway, things are better. Sunshine is here, and so is the sunshine known as Antonia Williams. She's here today. This young lady, I get so excited. You guys know how I feel about young people, our future, our greatest resources. And today we have one of those resources in Antonia. She is just a prolific everything. I don't want to just box her into a corner, but she is a spoken word artist, that's for sure. But she is just incredible. Let me tell you something. Let me pull up her bio real quick. Antonia Williams, a native of Atlanta, Georgia. She's the fifth oldest of six children. Graduated from high school in 2019. Just a baby. Yes, she is. She became a two-time published author. Get this, by the age of 16 years old. Isn't that something? She was an advocate at 12 years old, speaking out on issues in her community, and she later became known as Awoken Voice. That's her spoken word name. She's a spoken word artist, like I mentioned. Won several competitions, and I'm skipping through lots of things in her bio. Ooh. More than music, ATL. She's performed and presented at the Atlanta Back to School Bash, Juneteenth, Kwanzaa events, etc., etc., etc. She's recently launched her Awoken Voice T-shirt line and something called Miracles Defense Pack. We're going to talk about that this morning. She's also released her first children's book titled I'm Flawsome. Get it? Flaws, Flaw. We've all got flaws. And awesome. It's a play on two words, Flawsome and awesome. That was just in June. This is brand new, hot off the presses. And she's been interviewed on all kinds of radio shows and featured in magazines. So we're really blessed and excited to have Antonia with us here today. Now, how did I know about I'm Flawsome and how it came to be? Because I've already seen her be interviewed. She was on the show America's Next Motivator with my dear friend Cedric Riley just about, I don't know, a week or two ago. Fantastic. I dropped the mic and picked up the phone when I saw her on there, and I said, I gotta have this girl. So so glad. So right now I want you guys um Crystal said it's still bad there in Chicago from the tornado thing. A few family members still don't have power, lights, and that's true. I heard they weren't getting it back in Northwest Indiana in some places. I think Thursday, tomorrow. Oof, that's got to be rough. Prayers to all of those out there still dealing with the aftermath of the tornadoes. So anyway, back to our guest, Antonia. Miracles Defense Pack. I can't wait to find out what that is. And we're going to find out how you all can get your own copies of her book and her t-shirt. Now, I want you to do me a favor. You hear me say it all the time. Be a part of something greater than yourself. Start a watch party. Invite somebody. Share the broadcast. Today, I'm really, really, really asking. Okay, I really ask every day, but I'm really asking you today. Why? Because we need to support our young people. We really do. Don't you remember when you were one? I do. I remember when I was a young person, I used to go right down the road and play with Celie and Nettie, and till that one woman, Chug Avery, came by and took. But I used to play with them. That's how long it's been since I was a young person. But I do remember that there were people that supported me, that uplifted me, and encouraged me, and it made all the difference in where I am today in my life. And I'm sure that many of you can say that as well. So once you do that, won't you call somebody, tell them to get on the show, on the broadcast, get on the Bathrobe Moments page, get over here and play Olita Adams if they need to hear something. Get here if you can. I don't care if it's by railway, trailway, camel. Wait, did she say camel? What? You can reach me by? Said some kind of animal. I don't remember. Senior moment. Okay, enough of that. So anyway, I think she's here, probably out texting or posting on Instagram or something, because that's all those young folks do. So let's see. Is our star ready?
Hi.
And anxious too.
Oh, sorry.
She was saying hi on number 5, y'all. It was on number 5. I said, okay, this girl ready. She's ready. Oh, that's interesting because I have 2 5s up on. Ooh, 5 must be. Ooh, somebody tell me. Somebody Google what angel number 5 is, or triple 5s, and we're gonna see what that means because that popped up. I'll let nothing slide by. Good morning, Antonia.
Good morning. Good morning.
Oh, look at you. Got your little banner hanging up back there.
Yeah.
You old. Let me tell you something. You're dealing with an old person when no matter what it is, they say, oh, got your little gown on. Oh, I see you got your little nails on. Why everything got to be little? I see you got your little banner back there. That's when we think
Right.
y'all trying to show out. Oh, you're showing out. So anyway, I am so excited. I want to thank you for accepting my invitation to come
Yeah.
on Bathrobe Moments. We're really excited to have you here today. You laid it out. You dropped the gauntlet on America's Next Motivator a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Say hello to everybody and fill in the missing spots that I may have messed up or forgot to add. Tell them who you are, where you're at, and how you got to be who you are today.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Good morning. My name is Antonia Williams. I am a 3 times published author, a spoken word artist, and a business owner. This all came about when I was about 12 years old. I had my first speaking engagement, which was the SCLC Youth Oratorical Contest. That's the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. And so
Okay.
basically, they had this competition, a speaking competition. And the title or the theme was Stopping the Youth Violence. And so I won first place. And after that, I've just been really on a roll.
Okay.
So,
See, Antonia's on her phone, y'all. So I like this view because it makes us look kind of even. But dang, my head look really big in this view. I need to back up a little bit, like way over here. I should probably go back there on the stairs and broadcast, but my cords won't reach that far. So wow. So where are you at right now? What part of the country?
oh, Atlanta, Georgia.
So you're in Atlanta. We
Yes.
love Atlanta. We were there. There, where's the picture back? It's like the mirror. Everything's backwards. Oh, oh shoot. Well, back there somewhere on the wall is our
Right.
picture from. We were at the Biltmore Ballrooms. You ever
Oh,
heard of that
yes.
place?
Yes.
Yeah, we were there with my nonprofit, the Power of We Symposium. We had 250 kids from. Um, oh shoot. Ooh, she's gonna kill me if I don't remember. It's not right in Atlanta. It's right outside. Oh shoot.
Probably Marietta area or
Hmm.
Cobb.
Ooh, I'll think of it before the show's over. She's gonna kill me, the principal. Yeah, somewhere around there. Because I always say Atlanta. It's just like here. I live in Naperville, a suburb, but when people say where you from, we say Chicago because it's
Yeah.
like, a few minutes away. But anyway, we were down there and it was so, so nice. The kids were fantastic. We're coming back there actually. They've invited us back to go to the high school to bring in their high school kids now. So maybe I'll see you when we're down there. Or no, ain't no. What am I thinking? No, we're gonna have to get you on the stage.
Oh.
When we were there, we had Justin Blue, a young man from Atlanta,
Mhm.
on our stage, and he was actually at that time filming season 38 of The Real World. So MTV was all up in our business there at the Biltmore for about 4 hours. And you guys, I'm gonna tell you what, that's a competitive place down there between them
Yes.
housewives. That's what I was doing.
It
I was
is.
out
Yes.
looking. Yeah, I went to the mall looking for Nene and went
Oh,
over,
yeah. They
ate
be
at
out
ate
there.
at. I know I didn't see her though. I was looking if I see Nene. What about Candy? I went to Candy's restaurant. I did everything I could to meet them girl. I went
Right.
where I heard Cynthia Haley live. I ain't seen her yet. So anyway, but it was fun. I really love that town. So looks like we've got a lot of your fans here today. Hi, Pamela Frazier and the rest of the group. If you've just stepped in, welcome, welcome, and welcome again. Today we have Antonio. Oh yeah, I want to ask you about these two middle initials. I can't even say them.
Oh.
I know you get all the time like, how she gonna have Antonia MF Williams? I'm like, okay, and capitalized too. I say,
See.
I know it ain't what I think it is. Because she's too sweet. Talk about it because I know somebody gonna see your social media and ask.
Right. Right. Yeah. People always think it's the other. No, it's actually Miracle Faith.
Miracle Faith.
Yes.
That's a real icebreaker because I
Yes.
know people like, does the MF stand for
Right. They
what?
always think that.
Do your mama know you got that nasty middle name? You know, Hi, honey. Oh, thank you. That was my husband Brian. Oh, he brought me a copy of your bio. I had it pulled up underneath, but I really like to have it here in front of me. Thank you so much, honey. So, Antonia,
Yes.
talk about that first book. You were how old?
15 years old.
15 years old. And what's the title of that one?
Answers from God. And
Oh,
yes, and it's about two sisters. They go down different paths in life, but through prayer and dreams, God reunites them.
oh. And now,
Yes.
are these children's books or for anybody?
So these my first two books are fiction books. So they're probably about I'll probably say like middle school and up.
Okay, middle school and
Mhm.
up. Okay. And in the second book?
And my second book is Call on Me. It's about a wealthy atheist woman who suddenly realizes her money can't save her when she becomes ill.
Okay. And then we
Yes.
know that the most recent book, just released June of 2020, is I'm Flawsome, as we
Yep.
see behind you. I really love that title. Brilliant, brilliant.
Yes.
Tell us about it. What's the premise for that one?
So basically it's about 10 kids. They talk about their different flaws and insecurities, as well as how they learn to love and accept themselves for what they are, because regardless of their flaws, they are still awesome.
Mm, I got a little chill on that one. So, do you have the book handy?
Yeah. See, I should have had it right in front of me. Let me
Mm-hmm. So shoulda.
oh, let me
They
see.
should have warned you about me.
Boom.
Anytime. Oh, is that it?
Yes, this is
Oh,
it.
you had it. So you didn't even have to leave the seat. I already
Yeah.
knew because did you ever run for like town queen or anything?
Yes, I did.
You should have won.
I did actually, but that was in middle school.
Oh,
It
you
wasn't.
did win.
Yeah.
And she's like, thanks for the vote of confidence, Loren. But I didn't want to just assume, and then you go, I know you want. No, I got 18. But I was going to say you should have won because I have an eye for that sort of thing. And
Right.
seriously, I have a little niece that I told to do that, and she was going to win, and she did. And you, because you're so poised and so
Yes.
well spoken, and we're going to get some of that today, right?
Yes, we are.
Oh, uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, so I want you to show the book again, could you?
Okay.
I just love this.
So,
And this is a book that I think everybody should give their grandkids, nieces, any children, boys, girls. It's for all kids, right? Look at
yes, all
that.
kids.
Who did all that illustration in there?
So I actually bought the illustrations. I didn't get an illustrator to do it.
Smart.
Yes, it's a start. So
Yeah. And how's the book being received, Antonia?
as far as what do you mean?
I mean, when you put it in front of a kid,
Hmm.
do they like? Is it like? Uh, hey, well, give me a juice box. Or do they get into it?
Yes, they get into it. And
Okay.
to start it off, I do my little flossom chant, to get them routed up. And it's basically
Oh,
like you have to say it with a partner, but I'm gonna say it by myself.
okay.
So it's like
Well, wait,
wait,
I'll be the partner.
okay. All
Sort of.
right. So I'm gonna say I'm flossom. You're gonna say me too. I'm gonna say
Okay.
I'm flossom. You're gonna say and cool, and then you're gonna say I'm awesome, and then you're gonna say I'm gonna say I'm. You want to write it down right
I
quick?
am because I'm like,
Okay.
these are okay. This is a script.
So I'm
Okay.
flossom. I'm saying I'm flossom.
Hmm.
Then you're gonna say me too,
Me too.
and then I'm gonna say I'm flossom, and then you're
Hmm.
gonna say and cool,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna say I'm awesome. You're gonna say that's true, and then I'll say the
Okay.
last line.
I got it.
Okay. You ready?
Hmm.
I'm flossom.
Me too.
I'm flossom.
And cool.
I'm awesome
That's true.
because your flaws do not define you. So that's it.
And then I can just see, and all those little girls with them 300 barrettes in their hair, all
Yep.
them click clacks, they be like, mm-hmm.
Right.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Now, were you one of those little girls?
Um. No, I don't think so.
Did you have a bunch of braids with a whole bunch of barrettes?
No.
Would you have beads?
Beads. I'll say beads.
Okay,
Yes.
because there's one of the two. You're gonna have one of the two. I already know. With your little
Yep.
pink, what was your favorite colors as a little girl? Pink, purple,
Green.
green. Oh, you stood out. Oh, okay. So, at what age, Antonia, did you start feeling the calling, if you will, because I believe that's what it is,
Yes.
to do the things you do, motivational speaking, the writing, the spoken word. When did that start in your world?
So like I said, at 12 years old, I had my first speaking engagement, and that kind of, started the whole thing. What got me for doing my spoken word? A person who inspired me. Her name is Ernestine Johnson. She's an awesome spoken word artist, and she inspired
Hey,
me.
hey, Ernestine, live on the corner of Peachtree, and see, whenever you say, she know I've been down there. Every street got a peach in it. So anyway, I'm just playing. I don't know her.
Oh,
Being silly. Okay, go ahead. So Ernestine,
Ernestine Johnson. Yeah, she's a great spoken word
Ernestine
artist.
Johnson.
She inspired me. I think my 11th grade year of high school, and her piece was Not the Average Black Girl. That was my first piece that I remember. I remembered in like 3 days. And so after that, I started saying that piece at talent shows, little open mics and stuff. Then I started doing writing my own spoken word pieces, and that's
And
how
you
that
got
came about.
some good ones. You see, I
Yeah,
can't even say you got some good ones. You know, like when some people say, "Can she sing?" No, she sang. So it's kind of like that. You don't have
right.
some good ones. You got some good ones. For
Yes.
real. For real. I think we need one to lead us up to the bottom of the hour. I'll ask you a few more questions after the first piece about the first piece, and then we'll go to a commercial, and then we'll come back and we'll get another one. Because Cedric
Okay.
got two. So,
Got you. Yes, of course, of course.
okay. So tell us about set up this first one. Tell us, and what's your process? Are you just like minding your own business, washing your hair or something, and you'll be like, or do you sit down? What's your process? How does it happen? What's your
um,
muse?
really, it just comes to my head. Really, I just, have an imagination, or I'll just think of stuff that's happening now. Basically, most of my pieces are what's happening in society today and
That's
about
right.
history.
That's right.
So I kind of just go off that basically,
Well,
then
I'm gonna tell
start
you
writing.
something from an old schooler, uh, and a speaker. And I'll tell you
Yeah,
this: our content comes to us on
right.
its way through us.
Mhm.
People always say, "Oh, how'd you come up with that?" I don't come up with nothing. That's why I don't ever have to worry about writer's block because
Yeah,
I'm the speaker. I'm not the writer. That's how I feel about it. I believe God sends it in and for me to get it out. And
exactly.
I've heard your work, so I know it's true. You are anointed, highly
Yeah.
favored. And okay, so what's this first? Tell us about. Take us back to the day or night when, or the moment. Let's call it that. The moment when this piece that you're going to give us. What was going on in your world? And how was this relevant to the time?
Okay. I'll do Blackout. I
Okay.
did that piece at the So,
Yes.
um, this piece, because I'm a millennial, or I just say a youth. I'm still a youth, part of the youth. I wrote this piece because there are so many of my peers when I was in school and stuff. There's so
Hmm.
many of my peers who were, I'm gonna be honest, backstabbing people or liars, or trying to be, just trying to um basically trying to not be, they're not loyal, they don't
Hmm.
respect, we don't respect, they don't respect each other. And so
Hmm.
I just wanted to make a piece that kind of resemble what is going on within the youth today, within the millennials today. And so
Yeah.
that's how I wrote that piece.
I got chills and you ain't even started.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Spit it.
Blackout. Total isolation, no sound, free of everything. This piece is directly from the heart. And I'm speaking to you all personally, so don't disregard. Millennials of this generation, why have you turned your back on others? Fake loving, ass kissing, backstabbing one another. You should be ashamed and always people hating. Look at yourself. This ain't evil nation. I got a whole lot to say, and I ain't abbreviating or sugarcoating the fact that y'all going crazy. We're supposed to be in this together, but yet we strive for failure, and I'm fed up. My stress level ran up. I can't believe this, man. We the future of this generation. I thought we were destined for greatness. Want to kill one another, steal from one another, be a loyal and untrustworthy to your brothers? And you sisters ain't no different. Setting your friend up for remembrance. You see, we're
Hmm.
at a time in our lives that if we keep doing what we're doing, will humanity be ruined? And see, if we don't do nothing about this, then what are we really doing? What happened to respect? RESPECT. Find out what it means to you. People want respect but ain't giving it. How can you respect me when you don't respect yourself? You want loyalty but don't know a thing about commitment. You want honesty but always lie. Got the more filling up because people are dying. I bet if you had enough dignity, you act accordingly. Setting examples lead to us being trampled by this battle we face like we're in a race. And don't dare tell me it was how you was raised. You do know right from wrong, right? So why misbehave? Acting like y'all care one day, the next, so what? It was just a phase. Be the main ones preaching about a change. But your actions are so insane and deranged. But I'm sticking to my word like Ali, King, and X. Damn, man, what's next? I'm hurting because y'all my people. And this means something much deeper. And if we don't get our shit together, ain't no more endeavors. Because it's now or never. And right now, I'm feeling kind of under the weather. I just want to black out. I just want to set myself from all the disbelief so I can feel relieved. I just want to black out before I tap out from all the shit y'all doing to get clout. I just want to black out. Blackout. Total isolation, no sound, free of everything. Thank you.
Woo. I saw Cedric do this. So he don't know how to snap because his wasn't making no sound. It was like, I was like, dang, you don't know how to jam. You got no rhythm. All right, no. Hey, sorry, Cedric, just kidding. Wow. Sweet. It's like you're on autopilot when you're doing it. I'd be like, what's coming up? Oh Lord, don't let me miss a word. I don't think I could do it. Let's get some hearts on the screen, everybody. For our guest Antonio. That was incredible.
Yes.
I think we might have to do something to talk you into doing 3.
Okay.
How do you keep them all straight in your head?
Honestly, sometimes I wonder that myself. I don't know if I'm mess up, but it just happens.
Now, when you're out doing this at a spoken word thing, where all the cool people with these little scars and beads and it'll be all kind of dreadlocks in the room.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm talking about those spoken word rooms and stuff.
Yeah.
There's other artists there. Is it intimidating? What's that feel like?
I don't know. Really, I just, sometimes I think, there's the people who are really dressed in that field of spoken word artists.
Yeah,
I be thinking they're right.
Yeah.
I be like, oh Lord, they probably gonna kill the show. I ain't gonna do, but I actually turned out to be, I'm not gonna say better but I actually turned out to be really good. And
duh.
Yeah.
Because you know what I love? My thing is the chill button. You keep pushing the chill button on me when you're like, and you know what that is though? Let me just say, in my world, I believe that when I get the chills, it's when I get it, it's just me, and I'm doing something, I'm working or whatever. I believe it's the Holy Spirit. And when it comes to me through something someone else is saying, I know that that's because they're anointed. Mm-hmm. Their words are anointed, uplifted, and highly favored. So I want to encourage you to keep doing what you're doing because it makes so much sense. I love the way I could see on my big screen here everything you were saying. And I'm not a millennial, but you were really putting the message out there. And it was respectfully done, which is another thing. Because, and when we come back from break, I want to ask you, because it's not that far off. It's not too different.
Yes.
And I want to talk about rap artists and how you feel. Why do you feel, excuse me, the explicitness that they feel is necessary to get the message across? How do you feel? Because you can put a little expletive here and there, but stuff we hear all the time. I say shit every 10 minutes when I really want to. But some of it, and I just want to know what your take is on is the message getting lost inside all that? Is the message getting lost in the beat and the samples and this and the other? And just see how you feel about that as a young person. We're going to talk about that and much more when we come back after the break. Now, you guys, pay close attention to what you're going to see during this break. 2 things that are very important. Tonight, we have Rose and Charlie Hill from America's Got Talent fame. And also, Rose is an Oscar-nominated makeup artist. She works with all the stars, and she's going to tell us she's been doing the Legend show in Vegas here lately. She's got a movie, and she's going to tell us all about life behind the scenes from all kinds of directions. So that's tonight. You're going to see the promo for that. And then also, the Slave Free Project. I want you to hear that again. The Slave Free Project, staged in, there's a peaceful protest in Salt Lake City, Utah this Saturday. I'm going to try to make it. But I might have a family thing that I have to go to check on a family member that's ill. But I want to encourage you to support it. You will see Jason Cisneros and Anton J, his company, all about eradicating sex trafficking of our children and women in this country and anywhere. So take a look at those, and we'll be right back with more Antonia Williams.
That's why I love Charles and Rose.
Simon, I think you're so handsome.
Rosie, you are a little minx, aren't you?
Thank you, Simon.
They're hysterical. I don't think they're trying to be hysterical.
Viva Las Vegas!
When I saw you, I would lose control. Made me feel like there was no tomorrow. Should've told you that you're beautiful, but the days pass and now it's so long ago. Did you make it? Did you break free? Did you manage to be who you wanna be? Maybe somewhere you think about me too. I wonder where are you now? Wonder where are you now? Wonder where are you now? Would you know my name? Would you know it and did you feel the same? Wonder where are you
Y'all like that book? Yeah, my show in a book. I'm just playing. I just made that yesterday. Welcome back. And you guys, Slave Free Project, write it down. Get over to the website and take a look, slavefreeproject.org. And also tonight, 7 p.m. Central, right here. Rose and Charlie in the house. I trade in this robe for the knockoff, what is that? Versace smoking jacket that's down there. And I trade in Lucy in the coffee for a little drink. So come on in. I'm gonna have my wine tonight. So Antonia, I got some questions for you. First of all, I want to get this out there. I think this is important, and I should have started with it, to be honest with you. It is very clear to me that you have a solid foundation based on faith in something greater than yourself. Talk about that, and how difficult or what's the challenge for a young person today who stands on a platform of faith in all that they do? Is there pushback? What's it like? Is it a cakewalk? What's it like?
So faith is big, and it's difficult, and you will, lose hope. You will lose faith. You will feel like, God is not there. God is not listening. But sometimes, there are signs right in front of you. Sometimes God is silent and he's showing you what you need to know and what you need to, hear. So basically, like, as long as you're consistent and disciplined, you should turn out to be successful. You should turn out to do the things that you want to do. Faith is big, so you have to continue to have faith no matter what. People lose faith all the time. I lose faith sometimes. I feel like, no one's listening, or I feel like, am I going to make it in life? But you have to have faith regardless. Regardless, if you don't, you have to keep hoping, and you have to stay consistent, and you have to be disciplined while doing that.
Wonderful. That's Michelle Marie says that she's put your book on her shopping list. Thank you for being you.
Yes,
Robert Brooker says truer words have never been spoken. And Cedric's here. Hi, Cedric. Hi, good to see you. And Dr. Janice. How are you, Dr. Janice Hooker-Fortman? Crystal Crockett. Crystal, one of my prior guests, has a nonprofit servicing women of color in the downtown Chicago area, helping them in a transitional way to get off the streets and back into life. So thank you for showing up, Crystal. We love you. And my good friend Robert Brooker's here as always. And so hello to everybody. JB Fellow Tuber. Hey, man, all the way from hot, sunny Phoenix. And Michelle Marie said, Queen, preach. Yes, that must have been during your piece. So listen, excuse me, I know you got your faith. Where did you get your faith? Did you find it on your own? A lot of people assume, young people, I know a girl named Tiana, the one who went on and did the Queen thing that I suggested. And, she didn't, in her household, nobody went to church and stuff. She went on her own. She got on the joy bus and took her little, and today she's still holding it and raising her family within that world. And so did you, what does faith mean to you? Does it mean you have to go to church every week? Is it how you are when you walk out your house? Is it just all of those things and more to you?
Okay, to me, basically, faith is just because even if you don't believe in a God or even if you aren't religious, faith basically is believing in yourself. That's the main thing. You have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in anyone else, or if you don't trust anyone else, you have to believe and have faith in yourself. That's the main thing because, you know what I'm saying? If you tend to drift apart from who you are, if you tend to, you know, try to be somebody that you're not, you're going to lose yourself. So you have to have
Mm-hmm.
faith. You have to keep that faith.
Mm-hmm.
You have to keep, you know, pushing.
From the
And so,
mouths of babes, right? Isn't that what they said? Oh, Sharita. No, Shartia Marie. Oh, I like that name, Shartia Marie. Um, um. Oh, you just made me think of Tina Marie. Oh, you don't even know who that is, do you?
no.
Oh Lord. Let me change the subject before I get depressed. So anyway, okay. So, uh, do you go to church or is your faith? Let me
Oh,
ask you:
talk
Are
to
you religious? Are you spiritual? Are you both?
I'm spiritual. And my
Okay.
faith came from us being homeless. So we were homeless for about 3 years, and so we had a hard
All
time. You know,
five of the siblings in
all six. It's six of us.
six siblings and your mom.
Yes.
Talk about that.
So we were homeless for about 3 years. It was rough. We lived in abandoned up houses. We lived in our
Three
cars.
straight years.
Three. Yes. And
And I,
so it was.
how old were you during
But
that time?
I was around 5 or 6 years old, and so you know my other siblings they're older than me. They're in their 20s and 30s now, and then I have my younger brother who's right under me. So we were all two elementary, two middle, and then two high school, and so it was rough. You know, we really didn't have a lot of family support and stuff. I don't remember a lot because I was young, but I do remember two things. I remember the shelter we were in. It was called Hager's House then, but it's something else now. And that homeless shelter actually gave me a feel of what love felt like, of what family felt like someone really
Mm,
cared for us. And
mm,
another thing, it was when in elementary school, my mom would drive us to school every morning. And before we would drive out of the driveway, she would pop in Sam Cooke, A Change is Going to Come. And so we would all
mm.
just sing it, hoping the car wouldn't break down. And, you know, I felt embarrassed going to school sometimes because you know, my hair wasn't done all the time. You know, we didn't have the best shoes or clothes or anything, but
Right.
that's what got me my faith today. That's what made me, you know, even stronger to keep going and to keep pushing because if we can
Girl.
go from being homeless to, you know, doing this now, and I'm still working, I'm still working at it, I'm still trying to push and stuff, but it's consistency. It's big. And so my mother, she groomed me into being the young woman I am today. She groomed all my other brothers and sisters. They're doing
Props
great
to your
things,
mama.
amazing things. One thing she vowed was to never let the streets raise us or the jails house us. And she kept that
Mm.
promise, she kept that vow. And so we're doing amazing things. None of us are on drugs, none of us are doing bad things. And so I praise God and I thank God for that. So
Amen. Yes, I got
mhm.
chills. Get stop now. I'm old. I can only handle so many chills at a time. Man, that's good stuff.
Mhm.
That's good stuff. Props to your mom, seriously, and to all the mothers out there, and especially our mothers of color who wear
Yes.
a million hats, 29 hours a day, because in their world it doesn't stop at 24, and that's a fact. So, what you got for us? Because I begged you into three now, so we still got two more. So this is a 20-minute mark. 20 minutes to go in the interview. A great time for a second piece. Set it up for us.
All right, this piece is titled Magical Treasure Box, and it's about the women who came before us. So
Okay,
let
paying
me tell
homage.
you, huh? Oh,
Oops,
yes,
sorry, you're
paying
paying
homage.
homage.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
let me shut up because you ready. Go.
Let me tell you all about my magical treasure box. A treasure box of queens who allowed their gifts and talents to soar like a butterfly with the prettiest of wings. Ah, yes, the first queen that comes to mind. I remember reading I Rise by Maya Angelou. Oh, yes, I rise. I rise from the dust of the ground and come to know my worth as a woman wearing her crown. And then I remember digging deep into my magic treasure box. Oh, I can remember Eartha Kitt, the small frame queen known for her most popular song, Santa Baby. So grab the hand of your sister friend, because as women, we are in this struggle together. And together we go from level to level. And as I dig deeper in my magic treasure box, I wonder what next I will find.
Hmm.
Ah, yes, Queen Ruby D, this who comes to mind, better known for starring in a 1961 film, A Raisin in the Sun. And we all know about the Black family struggle, about lessons lost and won. And as I travel down memory lane, I pulled out another name. You all remember Debbie Allen from Fame, that coined the phrase, if you want fame, then right here is where you start sweat and pain, because fame costs. And you are in the theme song, I Want to Live Forever. But see, it's not about living forever. It's about creating something that will outlive you. And that brings me to my next queen, Cicely Tyson, whose career has lasted more than 6 decades. See, that's when you know you have true talents and gifts that will never fade. And while we're in this matter, I can hear the heavily chatter as I dig deeper in my magic treasure box. Queen Delarice was known to me as the star of Touched by an Angel, but was known as an American jazz and gospel singer whose voice still heavily lingers with her 1959 hit single, Don't You Know? Name after name starts overflowing the magical treasure box, and I've come across Queen Toni Morrison, the first African-American woman to win a Nobel Prize for Literature. The Bluest Eye been a favorite book of mine. It's a story we all might can relate to, a story of racial issues and that true beauty comes from the inside. Oh, and how can I forget one of the greatest poets of our time, Nikki Giovanni, best known for her New York Times bestseller Bicycle Love poem 2009. And the last but not least that comes to mind, Zora Neale Hurston, known for her most popular work, the 1937 novel, Their Eyes Watching God. And as I sit here and nod and think to myself, I stand on the shoulders of these queens, and now I can move forward with my journey. Thank you. That's it.
Wow. Man, I learned some stuff in there. And that's one of the things I really appreciate about your work. It's not just sitting there, oh, that's clever. Ooh, look how she matched that up. That's a nice turn of phrase. No, it is a learning experience. Everything in there is a teaching moment.
Exactly.
So is that your stamp? Is that your brand? Would you say? I don't know how to put it. With your work, is that something that you always strive to do? Is to teach? Because I know you love being in front of those little ones.
Yes.
You know.
But,
Go ahead.
So mainly my work is to mainly make people aware of what's going on, what they're doing when they don't even realize it, and as well as educating people, especially young people my age and stuff, to let them know about their history. Like, you're missing out. So, sit down and hear what I got to say, basically. Like,
okay,
you need to be more educated, especially about our history, because that's a main thing, a major thing.
Okay, so I'm gonna shift gears here, throw you off a little bit, maybe not, because you're on point. So I want to hear your take, Antonia, on the dating situation today for young kids of color.
Okay.
Talk about our own. Let's talk about that, because that's the place that you can speak from. A lot of Black males are with the thing about with the strife between the police and the Black male driving while Black, George Floyd, the whole thing, that whole picture.
Right.
And parents, moms. I know a lot of Black mothers, their biggest fear is worrying about their young Black men that are out there every day. And now young Black women too. So tell me, when you're dating and that sort of a thing, is that something that your peers, I mean, because if you're dating someone, if you have feelings for someone, and you know that this is a real thing because you're with them a lot of the talk about, where I'm going. What is and you're in Atlanta, a melting pot, and they've had their own issues down there, just like we all have. Talk about what that feels like, and what's it look like through your lens?
As far as with the police and just
the feeling, is the fear, do you feel it? Have you ever been in a situation? Have you seen, like, been with a group of your peers minding your own business? And I mean, is it blown up and over the top? Is it, the whole Black Lives Matter? How do you feel about all that going on? What do you think we should do, in your opinion, as a young person?
Basically, I feel like as young people, we just need to be more mindful of our actions, because there are consequences. And a lot of young people, Black people, I'll say this, we're drifting off into, something. We're drifting off into a negative aspect. Like, we're not trying to get people to understand, like, there were no harm, that we're not this or not that. There's so many people that are, drifting more into the streets, in my sense, especially in Atlanta. And so I feel like, the streets don't love you. The streets aren't going to aren't going to be there for you. If anything goes wrong, they're going to turn you in. You're going to be the first person that they turn in anyway. So I feel like we're drifting off more into somewhere that we don't need to be, especially during this time, especially with so much police brutality going on, especially with so many people who are talking down on Black people, especially young people, because they think we have no future. They think we're nothing. We're going to be in nothing. So I feel like as young people, we need to do better. We need to show them that we can be way better than you say we can be, that we're
Yeah.
not who you say we are. So that's how
And
I
you're,
feel.
yeah, yes, none of this defines you. You're allowing
Mhm.
it to refine you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Good for you. Great answer, young lady. So, okay, I know you're a faith-based woman, and you're stunning. You're absolutely gorgeous. So let me ask you this: are you dating right now?
No.
Okay. Now, when you are dating, and say, young guy steps up to you, how do you feel about? Do you believe in that spirit, or it's really a religious thing about being evenly yoked? I do believe that. So
Yeah.
tell me how that does. And when you're deciding who to date, who not to date, what's the criteria? What kind of young man do they need to be?
Right. So yes, we both need to be equally yoked. You can't be up here, or you can't be down here and I'm up here, or you can't be far, you can't be, somewhere that I'm not. We have to be in the same arena. Like we have to be doing the same or close to the same thing. Or at least you have to have something going for yourself, basically, because I have something going for myself. I
Yes, you
can't
do.
be progressing when you're not, or vice versa. Either way it goes. So I feel like what I look for mainly is, one, you have to respect me, because there are so many young men that don't respect females, especially Black men. And so
Right.
that's the number one thing that I look at. You have to respect me. You have to be having something going for yourself. Have a future about yourself. You have to have plans. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm just winging it," or I'm just saying whatever happened, whatever happened. No, you have to have plans, because at the end of the day, you can fall off and you never get back to where you were. You can just say
I
forget
don't
me.
mind is the devil's workshop. That's whose granny didn't say that, right?
That's
So
true.
so let's talk about that. I wanted to talk about explicit lyrics in music today. And
Right.
so, do you feel that some of the attitude of young Black men, as far as disrespecting Black women, originates or is supported, as a better way of putting it, supported because of the music they listen to? That calling Black women, or women in
Right.
general, bitches and hoes and that sort of thing. And how does that make you feel? And do you ever find yourself speaking out about that?
So, my thing on that is, for one, those music doesn't have any message behind it, any positive message at that. So for two, people as young as elementary school, they listen to this type of stuff and they grow up and
Hmm.
they act on it. So I feel like, for one, parents doesn't need their kids listening to this type of music. And for two, it's degrading Black women, it's degrading women in general, because they're calling
General.
us bees and and all this stuff, or hoes
Yeah.
and all that. It's just,
Yeah.
it's not nothing positive about it. It's not.
Do you feel that you can be intimidating to a young man because of your stance, and that you stand with your head held high and you don't budge on your morals and your standards? Have you ever encountered that where oh, you bougie, oh, you think you all that? Have you ever dealt with that?
Yes, I've actually, this one dude, he said to me that you should talk more ghetto. I said, "What? You don't like how I talk?" He said, "No, it's just you need to talk more ghetto." I'm like, "Okay, you tripping now? You tripping?"
For
Cause
real.
for real, cause it's like, what if you don't like how I talk, or if you don't like what I do? You can go, you can hit the road, cause I don't got time for that. I don't. So
Right.
I really, it's like basically you're saying you want me to be somebody that I'm not, and that's one thing I won't be, especially for
Oh,
somebody. I'm no. Mm-mm. So
you meant that. I know that's right. So, so Antonia, take us into the future. And
okay.
what I mean, I know none of us have the power to actually see around that corner, known as the future. However, like you said, you never hear somebody say, "Don't you love it when just anything come together?" No, saying is, "Don't you love it when a great plan comes together?" So let's hear
Right.
your plan. Where do you see Antonia 10 years from now, which would make you how old?
I say about see, I'll be 20 next year, so see
So
about
let's say
30.
let's take you to 30. So
Yeah,
what would you
certainly.
like? Family, career? Tell us what that looks like for you.
The number one
Here.
thing the number one thing I want to be doing is traveling. I want to travel all 50 states. To encourage, speak best and be a motivational speaker for young people. That's the main thing
Okay.
that I want to do. I do want to just have one kid, probably in 10 years, just one, no more. I do want to be married. I do want to just basically just be a huge influence on a lot of people throughout the world, regardless of what it is, especially through my I'm Blossom brand. That's the main thing, because so many people struggle with falls and insecurities. I want to be able to give them that encouragement and that inspiration that they can, still be wonderful, amazing, and stuff like that in that nature. I basically just want to be a light to people. I want to bring light to others, and I want to be an impact for others. That's basically my spiel on what I want to be, where I want
Okay.
to be in 10 years. So,
Nicely said. I get it.
mhm.
Okay. Fun question. Fun question. Then we're gonna get that third piece from you.
Okay.
Fun question. Since I already know, ain't nothing but women and girls in my family. Brian and I, my husband, we were at a family thing last weekend. We looked around. We're like, it ain't nothing. No, this weekend here at my house. I said, huh, it's all chicks up in here. And he was
Oh
like,
wow.
sure is. And he was like, sure is. Bye. And trotted off. Okay. But I know how y'all think sometimes, and not much, but sometimes. So I know you already know you want one child. So what if it's a boy? What name have you chosen?
If it's a boy,
I know you got names already. What's the boy's name?
um, I don't know.
You haven't thought. Oh, so you want to have a girl.
No, I
So
want a boy.
you want a boy?
Yes.
Now why do you say that?
Because I don't know. I just feel like I'm meant to have a boy. That's it.
You know you're gonna be the very one to have a girl then.
I hope not. But either way, it's a blessing. Child is a blessing.
Yes, that's right. And you'll have her because you don't want to sit there. Sit down, little Lucresta. Oh wait, that's a pill. Wait, I can see when they try to do their hair and stuff. And
Right.
oh man, they are girls because you were one. I mean, a lot of work. Little boys, you
Yep.
get this little Vaseline on their face, go like this.
Right.
I used to hate that when they come here. Oh, I was like, ew. Who the right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about your next piece. I am so excited. Everybody sit back and pay attention. What did you say? Tia said, that's how I felt. And she had her boy. Okay. So see, yes. Um,
Oh,
and
yeah.
right. Oh, you know what? Let's look at this. Um, Michelle, I put this up before. She goes, I'm biracial. I too have experienced that all my life. Either too good or too white. Educated comes in all colors.
Yeah.
And then Robert Booker said that is something that he can relate to. Then Shartia says, same here, Michelle. I'm not biracial, but I was raised in a predominantly Caucasian community. So my vernacular is very precise and articulate.
Right.
Okay. And then of course Michelle tells us that she did want a boy and she had him second.
So
Aha!
careful what you.
Aha! Now I say, careful what you wish for. Ooh. I wasn't burning bread on you, but I'm gonna check back in 10 years.
Yep. Okay.
I'm just saying, oh, I'm not letting you go. I already told you we're talking after the show. I already know
Yes.
where you're headed, and I see great things for you. God has big plans for you, and I'm so excited that we'll all be able to join you on that journey. Now, this final piece, we got 5 minutes left. Go ahead and tell us what this one's about.
Um. Hmm. America as I know it. Would you like
Ooh.
another history piece, or would you like what's going on?
It's up to you. Yeah, well, you chose that one. Hi, Tamika.
Okay.
You chose, yeah, yeah. It's an election year. Camilla Harris was chosen just the other day to be the running mate
Yep.
for
I see.
Mr. Biden. So let's hear that one.
Okay. America as I know it. We're supposed to be fighting poverty, not starting wars. Fighting against gun violence, not pulling the trigger. Fighting against police brutality when they're supposed to protect us, but instead killing us. We're robbing our sisters and brothers for $20, throwing our life away behind bars. Peter will rob Bob, Bob will rob Peter. Such a hopeless generation. Loyalty is now a non-existent word. Friendships last only as far as tomorrow. Strangers will treat you better than family and will walk by someone and show no empathy when in reality it can be us. Kids are hiding behind closed doors, keeping secrets. Billy down the street getting secretly molested, afraid to tell someone because his molester told him if you do so, you'll be punished. So he kept his mouth shut because he didn't want to suffer more than he did. But this is America, as I know it. And so they think suicide is better than getting bullied. That even our children's hearts have turned cold. I often wonder, who can I trust? Who can I turn to? Young black boys and girls are still getting unfairly incarcerated. Their minds so saturated with negativity, can't even dream of a future, of peace, hope, love, and positivity, something we lack indefinitely. Racism is still occurring. And we wonder why we all just can't get along. It still feels like we're separate but not equal. Blacks are still treated like we have no freedom. We're very much hated. When will we be appreciated? Social media is a big issue, a fake representation of our imagination. Females dumbing themselves down, their crown tipping and slipping to the ground it goes, and who knows how far deep down it'll go. And the biggest thing I see amongst youth is the fact that I see a 6-year-old acting like a 16-year-old. Like, what's really up with that to more than your age? Living life in so much rage, feeling like they're in a cage, popping pills and on dope like a deer caught in the headlights without hope. Or I didn't forget to mention, I'm sorry. Or I didn't forget to mention, kids are growing up inside single-parent households. It takes a village to raise a baby. It takes 2 people, so everything can be equal. Mama dragging babies, father acting like maybe I'll take care of my kids whenever I feel like it. Shit. But this is America, as I know it. They say they come in our neighborhood to make it better, but we all know it's about that cheddar, getting the black folks out who've been there since day one, saying it's to boost the economy. I'm not crazy, son. How is it boosting the economy when our grandmas and grandpas can no longer stay there? And so for white Americans and their hair, we call it gentrification, pushing our people out to different locations. But this is America, as I know it. And I can go on and on about America and how I know it to be. But is this really America? Home of the brave, the proud, the free, or a made-up world that resulted in a twisted catastrophe? America as I know it. Thank you.
Ooh. Oh.
I know I messed
Ooh,
up.
if I could speak in tongues, I'd say Hasa Babaka. I'm just one of these days I'm gonna say that, and all of a sudden a big old smoking briquette gonna be sitting in the chair. I better quit playing. Right? But my goodness, man, you never disappoint. On the screen, everybody, is the URL so that you can continue to get over and get that book, Michelle. That's on your
Yes.
shopping list.
And it's also
Go ahead.
sorry to cut you off. It's
No.
also I just got it translated in a Spanish version. So, you know, if you all have any
See?
ESOL teachers out there, any Hispanic community, please share with them.
Absolutely. Get over and support this young star, this young influencer impactor. www.imflawsome.one. And if you're more of the Instagram kind of person, get over. And this can take you to all of our other social media platforms at Awoken Voice. Wow.